Kitty, 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 kitties. What the fuck is up, y'all? It's Kreyz McCormick up in this motherfucking bitch. Welcome to another episode of the Crazy House Podcast. Of course, you all know I am your host, Kreyz McCormick, and trying to be as quiet as I possibly can because it's really late in the night. Girlfriend's dad's downstairs sleeping. Don't want to wake him up. Dude's got big, powerful fists. I don't want to beat my ass. And I can see that we already got 4 people watching. And we got Dustin Orndorff up in here. What's going on, yo? Whoop, whoop. So, you already know the credentials. If you're new to this podcast, I'll give you some basic rundown. Usually, I'm just going on live and talking to whoever chats. Basically, it's just Q&A type shit. What up, wicked thug clown? Whoop, whoop. So, a couple of things I will say up in this bitch. Nobody Man, what up? Nobody Man was the only motherfucker that watches this shit that was in my game stream earlier today. So, might as well go ahead and put down some credentials. What's going on, Immortality? Just finished up work. Felt like doing an hour stream. So, I will say a couple of things, though. It's just basic Q&A. You ask questions, I'll give you my opinion on shit. Kind of speed round kind of stuff. And one thing I will also point out is that Super Chat is available on this motherfucker. You're not obligated to donate anything, but if you do, hey, thank you for, doing that up. All of proceeds ends up going into supporting my channel, and hopefully I'll be able to get bigger and better things in the future. So, enough of the shilling, except if you are actually watching this on YouTube. If you go into the description, there are Kreyz McCormick shirts. So, those are available. Buy one if you want, or don't, I don't care. Okay, so Nobody Man, what's going on with Juggalo A Day? Yeah, you... okay, so what's going on with Juggalo A Day? Mainly is that the well has run dry. We haven't really come up with a whole lot of things and topics to talk about. With a lot of the stuff that's going on in the Juggalo community, it's just that everybody is out there talking about their piece and everything. Not to mention, like, I've got a full-time job and I've been working in overtime with that, so I have actually been putting a majority of YouTube aside, and I only come on here sporadically. Mac and Hose ended up having to go to the gathering. Miss Juggalette, like that, this is the only time that she actually does anything on YouTube now because she's got 2 kids and a husband. I'm not sure what to say about Black and Red Ted. Black and Red Ted kind of went back to doing his review on vintage toys. Nightmare is doing his thing, as well as doing stuff for YouTube Juggalo Avengers. What up, THC? And Big Nick is basically just sporadically working at Kroger's, and on top of that, he's also been on his own channel doing vinyl reviews. Strange enough as it is, apparently, like because of the shit that went on in my life with having to work overtime, and basically I'm doing double shifts 7 days a week at this point. you know, like, apparently, like, since I'm not around, they're not doing anything for it either. Apparently, I'm the glue that really sticks Juggalo A Day together, but because of certain things that are going on in my life, I can't do Juggalo A Day. Spending a whole week trying to come up with a topic. Everybody asks me what the topic is. You know, like, I'll put it to you this way: I'm down with Doc Wicked, Nobody Man, but you know, I ain't gonna say shit because, you know, you ain't, like, I personally don't care. Um, you know, I really can't really talk for Nightmare or anything like that. Favorite horror movie topic? I believe we actually did that last year during the season of the pumpkin. Last year in October, we ended up doing a whole bunch of, like, scary shit and, like, scary stories and favorite horror movie franchises and stuff like that. Like, we ended up doing all of that. So, you know, there is that. Yeah, that is true. They are. I mean, like, shit. These blinds were here when I first moved in. These are like 2, 3 years old. I ain't fucking, I ain't doing shit with them. Right? Yeah, but Wicked Thug Clown, if you're gonna say that, you gotta say it in the style of Joey Styles. You gotta say it like Joey Styles. Cat fight! Cat fight! Now, actually, these cats really don't fight, which is weird because, like, cats always tend to, like, you know, bat at each other and shit like that. What do I think of Light's new shit? I have not seen it yet. I have not heard anything of it. Haven't gotten a taste of Psychopathic Monstar. Is that a fucking tiger? No, that's just a lazy son bitch. But yeah, so that's, yeah. Unfortunately, I think, you know, to be totally honest, like, I think Juggalo A Day is kind of like the well has dried up. I think what we need to do eventually is we need to get together and figure out what exactly it is that we can do with Juggalo A Day to actually try to. You haven't Lure's newest video yet, Mad Real yet. I haven't seen the fucking. I haven't seen anything. Oh, yeah, like, as of right now, like, the way that we were doing Juggalo Day, I think the well has dried up. There's not really a whole lot of a call these days now for, like, collabo channels. I think a vast majority of collabo channels have just passed away, and I think that's due to Juggalos Online. You know, because the boy Blue ended up taking over Juggalos Online, and then he ended up making that all about himself, and it really made it hard for collabo channels to actually get together. Originally, Juggalo A Day was actually started out by Fat Man Jers and Miss Juggalette, and I think Hobo the Juggalo a long time ago, and it ended up dying out real quick because of some troll group. But me and Miss Juggalette and Jers ended up restarting it, and then shortly after, Jers just fucking left. So I ended up taking the reins, and I held the reins for about a year. But it's just gotten to a point for me where, like, it all relies on me, and I've got a lot of things to do. I really didn't want the situation to be where it was like, oh, I'm the leader, I'm the one that makes all of the decisions or anything like that. I didn't want that. I didn't want to be, like, you know, leader type of shit. you know, I wanted us to be, you know, to be collective and coming up with ideas. It just didn't work out like that. But Juggalo A Day is still up there, and you know, we'll try to see what we can do about trying to work things out with that. So yeah, I ended up seeing this. Okay, John McLearn with a $2 shout out. Thank you very much for that. I do appreciate that. And he said, shout out to hashtag Juggalotus and hashtag TwistedLet and Kreyz. So yeah, dude, I do appreciate the super chat. Thank you. Immortality says that me and CPN should do a collab channel. That would be the shit. You know, to be totally honest, like, I think that when me, like, it's no big secret, I think, with YouTube Juggalos, when me and CPN get together, shit happens. Like, big things happen. But I think it's honestly best if we just keep our, you know, our separate channels, and if we're doing a live stream, one ends up being on the other, like, that's fine. But I don't think that me and CPN would be able to successfully do a collabo channel, especially since, you know, we live on opposite sides of the country. And I think that it would, if it was me and CPN on a collaborative channel, we'd have to be doing shit together, like, be in the same frame. Like, the only way that we'd be able to do collabo shit is if we both go to the same big events, like, you know, DCG Con, the Gathering, the March, you know. That would be the only way that something like that would actually work out. And all of those events are far in between. Not to mention the March is only one time. So I don't think that me and CPN could actually have a successful collabo channel as successful as our own personal channels. I got a like on my channel. CPN said that your wife won't let you be a juggalo on his live stream, on his last stream. Oh man, that's actually pretty funny. Oh, did he? I just read what you just said, nobody, man. Collabo channel, it's doing okay. Forever stale. Blaze the MNF. Motherfucking ninja motherfucker fathered it. Yeah, I saw that. 17, and we're all 17 in here. Let's see, let me scroll through here. Yeah, unfortunately, let's see. Oh yeah, I was gonna say this to John McLearn. Unfortunately, when you super chat on here, like, it won't show it on here. It's just like, this all comes from Sony, so, like, they're not doing anything collaborative, I guess, with YouTube other than showing the live stream, and that's about it. So it won't show your super chat on here. You can still see it on the live, you know, you can still see it on the live chat on YouTube, but you just can't see it on there. That's the unfortunate thing. Mushu, what's going on, brother? Oh, I gotta tell you this, because this actually popped into my head. You know what? I find this very interesting, the way that this whole setup is. We can see the super. It's all good. Yes, THC is on point. Fuck Chuck Reeves. So, anyways, I want to tell you this, because I think this is... you forgot to put the hashtag nobody, man. Correct that right now. So anyways, like I was saying, I wanted to say this because this was on my mind. I find it interesting how all of this is done, the way that this panel is taking place. Because, in all honesty, this is, now that I think about it, this is not the first time I've ever seen this kind of concept. The first time I ever actually seen this kind of concept was probably around 2006, I believe, 2007. And it was actually when I met my wife, and I was staying with her, my ex-wife, I should say. And I ended up meeting her. I'm watching TV at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and there was this show on public access, local here, and it was basically two chicks sitting on a couch, and all they were reading was text messages. Like, you had to text message a certain like 5 or 6 digit phone number, and of course, you know, text message rates applied. And so basically, if you paid like 99 cents or something like that, then you'd have your text message on the TV screen. It'd be a public access thing. Of course, if you swore, then you wouldn't be able to have your thing up on there. Oh, what flavor am I sipping on? Peach. Because I love the Juggalettes, like I love Peach Fago. And nobody man's wife likes my voice. Yeah, especially since I'm probably, because as of right now I'm keeping it down, so it sounds all nice and sultry. So it's all sexy and sounding and shit. Yeah, it's probably what it is. Now, if you really like it when I fucking sound like a chipmunk on fucking Adderall, you need to check out what is it? The What Everybody Thinks vintage video. Which actually reminds me, I should probably put up another vintage video. I got some old videos that I had.